February 1926. The winds over Lake Erie feel like it's trying to skin your face. A Ford Model T rolls onto the ice. No rails, no markers, just frozen blackness. Yesterday it crossed empty. Tonight it comes back heavy, loaded with Canadian whiskey, which means it's technically a delivery truck on top of floating water. And the ice? It's starting to crack. In 1920, the United States passed the 18th Amendment. Alcohol, illegal. The Volstead Act enforced it. Bars closed. Distributors shut down. Americans kept drinking because historically telling adults they can't have something has always gone extremely well. So they looked north. When winter hit Lake Erie, the lake didn't stop smugglers. It became their highway. If you like real American history that sounds fake but isn't, follow the page because it only gets wilder. Lake Erie is shallow. Shallow lakes freeze, unlike deeper lakes like Lake Superior. Erie locked up solid in harsh winters. Miles of ice, and smugglers saw opportunity. They drove from Canada towns near Windsor towards cities like Cleveland. Cars, trucks, sleds, no patrol boats to chase you, just cold air, bad decisions, and profit margins. Here's the problem. A Model T weighs around 1,500 pounds. Add two men, add cases of liquor. Now you're asking floating ice to hold several thousand pounds. Ice doesn't warn you gently. It pops, it groans, it shifts. An empty car going north, fine. That same car coming back, different story. Late winters made it worse. Warm days, freezing nights, weak spots. There were real cases across the Great Lakes of vehicles breaking through winter ice in the 1920s. And it's not just history. Even today, trucks and snowmobiles still fall through Midwest lake ice every year. The cold doesn't make it safe, it just makes it quiet. Prohibition just made people willing to try anyway. Picture it 3 a.m., halfway across, a deep crack under the tires. You don't stop. Stopping concentrates weight. You keep rolling. Slow, careful, listening, and pretending you're not calculating how fast you can open a car door in freezing water. And the lake wasn't the only enemy. Federal agents, early predecessors to what would later become the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, monitored the shoreline. They couldn't guard it every mile, so they watched the obvious exits. They set up roadblocks inland. They used informants. Smugglers had scouts. Agents had binoculars, sometimes guns. And sometimes bribes work better than either, which historically has gone extremely well. The money was massive. One successful run could equal months of normal wages. Some drivers were tied to criminal networks connected to figures like Al Capone. Others were just regular men taking a dangerous shortcut to quick cash. Not masterminds, just gamblers. Gambling against physics, which, to be fair, physics has an undefeated record. Imagine finally seeing Ohio shoreline. Tires hit solid ground. You made it this time, but not everyone did. And winter doesn't last forever. When the ice melted, everything changed. The quiet disappeared. Engines replaced silence. Spotlights cut through the fog. Speedboats tore across open waters. Winter was patient. Summer was aggressive. And the lake stopped being a frozen highway and turned into a battlefield. If you enjoy history that feels more like a crime thriller than a textbook, follow the page because next time we go full speed and the lake is about to get loud.